Thank you, Deputy Speaker, sir, for permitting me to participate on this auspicious occasion of the golden anniversary of our Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly. It is important to reflect upon its pivotal role in guiding the state's journey towards meaningful development. As the supreme democratic institution of Arunachal Pradesh, the Assembly has ensured that the voices of diverse tribes and regions are heard, represented, and respected in the process of governance. Over the past 5 decades, it has created a robust platform of policy formulation that is not only participatory but also aligned with the cultural, geographical, and social realities of the state. This has enabled Arunachal Pradesh to move steadily from its formative years towards a future of stability, identity, and balanced progress. The advantage of having a vibrant and functional legislative assembly are clearly visible in the state's development trajectory. It has facilitated the framing of laws and policies suited to Arunachal Pradesh's unique challenges, such as its difficult terrain, border sensitiveness, and the preservation of indigenous heritage. By enhancing governmental accountability and drawing national focus to local priorities, Arunachal has also attracted greater central support and investment. On this golden jubilee, the beacon of inclusive governance, continuing to steer Arunachal Pradesh towards sustainable growth and holistic development. On August 15, 1975, a historic dawn broke out upon our land. The Provisional Legislative Assembly of the Union Territory of Arunachal Pradesh came into existence with just 23 members. The movement was not merely about giving direction to the aspirations of our people. It was a step that transformed Arunachal Pradesh from silence to voice, from dependency to self-determination. The historic day holds a place of great pride in the annals of Arunachal Pradesh, for it marked the beginning of our collective journey towards progress and prosperity. From the moment all tribes and communities of the state came together with unity of purpose, working hand in hand for the greater cause of the nation and for uplifting the spirit of aspirations of our people. My Arunachal, your Arunachal, India's Arunachal, not only a land of beauty, but the easternmost arm of our great nation. This is not just a piece of land. It is a sacred abode where life teaches us timeless lessons, where humanity carries its own unique fragrance, and where nationalism is not merely an emotion, but the very soul of our people. I would like to share a poem. Though poetry is not my cup of tea, I hope you will kindly understand and appreciate the emotions behind my words. In the valleys where dawn breaks first, where Tirap, Lohit, Siang, Subansiri, and Kameng merge, arose a house of wisdom strong and free. A temple of voice is our assembly. 50 years of vision, 50 years of light, guiding Arunachal through day and night, where dreams of people found their say and hopes of tomorrow shaped each day. Here we gather firm yet kind to weave a fabric of heart and mind. Through trials faced and journeys long, they made our state strong, forever strong. This golden jubilee, a sacred flame, honors the soil, the people, the name. May Arunachal shine proud and tall with assembly spirit uniting all. I will not go much into the history part. Over the years, this assembly has grown not just in size, from 23 members to 60 members, but in stature, responsibility, and strength from union territory to a full-fledged state. Each member, whoever sat in this house, carried the dreams of his or her people. Each voice raised here was not of an individual, but a village, a tribe, a community, and a collective soul of Arunachal Pradesh. For us, it has been nothing less than a temple of democracy. It gave us a platform where all the tribes of Arunachal came together as one family. Here diverse languages, cultures and traditions merge into a single chorus of progress. This house ensured the decisions upon our future were not made in distinct corridors, but right here in the heart of Arunachal, by the people, for the people. It was through this assembly that we began to shape policies for education, health, infrastructure, and employment. It was through the assembly that we found ways to preserve our unique culture while embracing modern development. It was through this assembly that we realized the dream of empowering every citizen, ensuring that no voice, however small, is left unheard. Deputy Speaker, sir, the journey was not always easy. Our land is rugged, our valleys deep, and our challenges immense. But through debates, discussions, and sometimes disagreements, in this very assembly we discovered our greatest strength, unity in diversity. The assembly became a mirror of our society, where differences were respected, but the ultimate goal was always one, that is progress of Arunachal Pradesh. I would like to highlight this journey from 1975 to 2025. It's a journey of transformations, from isolation to connectivity, from illiteracy to education, from uncertainty to empowerment, from being a union territory to standing tall as a proud state of the Indian Union. Friends, let us remember with reverence the visionaries, leaders, and countless unsung heroes who shaped the destiny of this assembly. Their sacrifice, their wisdom, and their courage built the foundation on which we stand today. As we celebrate this golden jubilee, we must ask ourselves, what next? This assembly has given us 50 years of light. How do we ensure that the next 50 years shine even brighter? The answer lies in commitment. Commitment to democracy, commitment to our people, commitment to the values of justice, equality, and fraternity. We must use this assembly to empower our youth, to give greater opportunities to our women, to provide security and dignity to our elders, and to ensure sustainable growth for generations to come. Let this assembly continue to be a beacon of hope where every Arunachali feels represented, respected, and empowered. Speaker, sir, Arunachal Pradesh is not just a state, it is the pride of India. The eastern sentinel of our great nation, where the sun first touches the land. And the Legislative Assembly is the living testimony of our democratic spirit and resilience, and our unwavering faith in the Constitution of India. On this sacred occasion, let us pledge to strengthen this institution, to honor the past, and to build a future that is worthy of the dreams of our people. The Golden Jubilee is not a celebration of 50 years gone by. It is a promise of the next 50 years to come. History is our heritage, and it is only fitting to recall with reverence. It serves as a guiding light, reminding us of the struggles and sacrifices made, Through history, we honor those who dedicated themselves to a greater cause. It is the key that connects our past and the present inspires our future. As part of India's flourishing journey of local self-government, a historic step was taken on 29 December 1969, when the Agency Council was established as the apex advisory body for the governance of the Northeast Frontier Agency, with B.K. Nehru, then Governor of Assam, as its chairman. Within just a few years, on 20th January 1972, NEFA, then renamed Arunachal Pradesh, attained the proud status of a union territory. Soon after, on 2nd October 1972, the Agency Council was replaced by the Pradesh Council. And finally, on the historic day of 15th August 1975, the Pradesh Council was converted into the Provisional Legislative Assembly of the Union Territory with 23 members forming the House. This was not just an administrative change, but the true beginning of Arunachal's democratic journey, a journey of the people's participation, empowerment, and progress. The democratic journey of Arunachal Pradesh again took a historic turn in February 1978, when the first general election to the Legislative Assembly of Union Territory was held. At that time, the House had 33 members. 30 were chosen by direct election and 3 were nominated by the Indian government. This was the first time that the people of Arunachal Pradesh truly exercised their democratic right to choose their representatives, and it laid the foundation of our political awakening. Recognizing the aspirations of our people and the need for stronger political and socio-economic development, the Union government, through an act of Parliament, granted full statehood to Arunachal Pradesh with effect from 20th February 1987 that we all know. This was a moment of immense pride when Arunachal Pradesh was no longer just a union territory, but a full-fledged state of the Indian Union. Following this first general election of the State Assembly was held in January 1990, this time for a 60-member House with the implementation of the Statehood Act of 1986. The strength of the Assembly was increased from 30 to 60, and the earlier provision of nominating 3 members was discontinued, making our Assembly truly and fully representative. These milestones, from the first election of 1978 to the attainment of the statehood of 1987 and the first State Assembly election of 1990, are not just dates in history. They are milestones of our collective journey, symbols of our unity, and testimonies of the unwavering democratic spirit of the people of Arunachal. Till now, 9 elected representatives have served the leader of the House, the Chief Ministers, beginning with Sri P.K. Thongun as the first, and with Sri Pema Khandu presently continuing to this role. Along with them, we had Gegong Apang, Tomoriba, Mukut Mithi, Doji Khandu, Dabam Tuki, Dabam Gamlin, and Kaliko Pul as the Chief Ministers. Over the years, 14 leaders have held the prestigious post of Speaker, with Nongmay Namati as the first and Sri Tesam Pongte, that is user, currently serving as Speaker. Likewise, 18 members of the Assembly have served as Deputy Speaker, beginning with late Padi Yube, and at present, the position is held by Ricardo Nigio. In addition, 16 distinguished persons have taken over the responsibilities of the Secretary of the Legislative Assembly. The first was Sri Krishnan, S. Krishnan, while today Srimati Tadar Meena serves in the role with distinction, being not only the present Secretary, but also the first woman to hold this distinction. Over the years, Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly has had the privilege of being addressed by distinguished national leaders. 3 presidents, vice presidents of India, as well as the Lok Sabha speakers have graced the assembly and with their presence. Honorable President of India, Pranab Mukherjee, visited us on the 29th of November 2013 and addressed the 5th Legislative Assembly. Honorable President Shri Ramnath Kovind visited us on the 19th of November 2017, addressing the 7th Assembly. President Draupadi Murmu addressed the special session of the Assembly on 21st February 2023. Besides these high dignitaries, there are many personalities who visited the Assembly. And during my tenure as the Assembly Speaker, I had an opportunity to host 8 members of the European Union and the Bhutanese ambassador and his delegation. Equally significant to this Assembly is the committee system, which has empowered a crucial mechanism for detailed scrutiny of legislation, government policies, and financial matters. These committees, comprising small groups of legislators, enabled in-depth examination of bills, budget, and policy issues. They foster informed debate, build consensus, and enhance the overall effectiveness and accountability of the legislators' functions that are often difficult to achieve during regular assembly sessions. The success of parliamentary democracy lies in the rigorous scrutiny of executive work, and committees plays a vital role in this process. The Legislative Assembly also played a pivotal role in shaping the legal and administrative framework essential for governance and development in Arunachal. The very first bill, the Arunachal Pradesh Arunachal Forest Constitution and Maintenance Bill 1975, moved by then Forest Minister Sri Sobentang, reflected the state's strong commitment to environmental conservation and regularity development. Soon after, the first budget was presented on 6 December 1975, amounting to just 29.34 crore. A modest beginning, yet monumental in setting the legislative and financial course of the state. In contrast, the 2025-26 budget presented by the current government now exceeds 39,800 crore, a testament to the remarkable economic growth and institutional maturity achieved over 5 decades. One of the earliest milestones in strengthening democratic transparency was the introduction of the question hour on 20th September 1976. On that day, K.T. Longchang raised the first start question regarding coaching facilities for the aspirants of the UPSC civil services, symbolizing the priority accorded to education and opportunity. Such engagements laid the foundation for responsive governance and active citizen participation. Over the years, the Assembly became the platform where aspirations for statehood were voiced. In 1977, Kabang Borang moved a private member's resolution advocating statehood, citing peaceful elections and improved governance. This aspiration culminated in the historic granting of full-fledged statehood to Arunachal Pradesh on 20th February 1987, a watershed moment in its political journey. The vision and leadership of past legislators were also reflected in the initiatives for modern infrastructure. Private members' resolutions were introduced for an aerodrome by Lokam Taro 1980, and radio stations by Onyak Rome 1980, which eventually materialized into the Doni Polo Airport and Doordarshan Kendra. These stand today as enduring symbols of their foresight and commitment. Equally noteworthy are the strides made in the justice system. The call for a permanent bench of the Guwahati High Court in 1986 and subsequent long-standing demand for the establishment of a full-fledged state high court underscore the Assembly's efforts to strengthen access to justice and uphold the rule of law. The foundation for stronger legal institutions and protection of civil liberties in Arunachal Pradesh was laid through consistent judicial reforms. Many great and visionary leaders played pivotal roles in championing these reforms. Providing unwavering legislative and executive support over the decades, their efforts ensured that constitutional ideals were effectively translated into Arunachal's institutional framework, strengthening both governance and justice. Speaker, sir, I am confident that in the years to come, this Assembly of Arunachal Pradesh will continue to script new chapters in the development and progress of our state. With every session, with every debate, and every decision, the Assembly will strengthen the foundations of democracy and guide Arunachal towards greater heights of prosperity. The history of this august institution will keep evolving, reflecting the aspirations, struggles, and achievements of its people. As Arunachal flourishes, it will not only enrich its own destiny, but also contribute significantly to the strength and greatness of the nation. The remarkable journey of this frontier state, once a remote region, now a proud part of India's vibrant democracy, will inspire generations to come. The entire nation will take pride in the fact that Arunachal Pradesh, with its rich culture, resilient people, and dynamic spirit, stand tall as an integral and shining jewel of India. Thank you, Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity to participate in the Golden Anniversary special session. Jai Hind, Jai Arunachal. Thank you.